Now, the focus is, of course, on AstraZeneca. There's some concerns around that after European nations suspended the rollout of AstraZeneca. But Australia is pushing forward with the vaccine. This is our main vaccine here in Australia. Earlier, I spoke to the head of the Therapeutic Goods Administration. I started by asking whether there were any lingering concerns whatsoever.
We take all adverse event reports seriously, and we're working very closely with regulators and health authorities throughout the world. In fact, we were talking in almost till midnight last night with about 18 of them. At the moment, we don't believe that there's a cause and effect here with this clotting issue, but we're still looking at all the data that comes in. We discussed individual cases, and of course, the Europeans are doing a very thorough investigation at the moment.
At least 19 countries have halted the rollout of AstraZeneca. Why are you right and they are wrong?
Well, we're going with the weight of evidence for the major countries that have used most doses of that. And for example, in the UK, there's been 11 million doses plus now vaccinated without this issue being detected. And other countries all over the world, Saudi Arabia has vaccinated 1 million people. They have a very sophisticated, because it's a wealthy country, a very sophisticated monitoring system, have not found problems. Canada, a number of Asian countries have also not found problems with this vaccine. So at the moment, reports appear to be limited to a couple of European countries in small numbers of people. The issue, of course, is that 17,000 people a year do turn up at their doctor or sadly in the emergency department of a hospital with clotting problems. So they're quite common.
In Europe, there's been reports of clotting in people whose platelet count was low. And according to the experts, this is quite a rare event. Are you looking at that? Have you looked at that?
We are looking at that specifically. And of course, a number of experts throughout Australia have looked at that issue. We have specialist haematologists on our staff here, as well as experts on vaccines. We've got some very highly qualified medical experts, and it is a rarer form of clotting disorders, but it's not totally unheard of. And so, again, what we don't know is if Australia has 17,000, you could still have some hundreds or at least dozens of these sorts of cases happening spontaneously, nothing to do with the vaccine.
Can you understand why people are nervous when you look at European countries halting the rollout and local politicians here saying we should do the same?
Well, the most important thing, of course, is to listen to groups who have no vested interest in the rollout. So what's been quite striking in the last 3 or 4 days is from various media and other interviews, well over a dozen of Australia's top experts in areas as broad as vaccinology, immunology, haematology, the area of specialty to do with clotting, have all emphasised that there's no reason to cease the rollout in Australia.
What about the slow rollout? Is that undermining confidence in and of itself, do you think?
Well, we're moving to a new and exciting stage. So this morning the government has opened up the booking site for the next phase 1B of vaccinations. Now that's going to be up to 6 million people who will be eligible to be vaccinated through GPs and GP respiratory clinics. The rollout has been a little bit slower than hoped because of the well-known challenges in accessing vaccine stocks from overseas. But the other exciting thing is that we're expecting by the end of the month to have locally manufactured vaccine going out 1 million or more doses a week into the Australian system. So we've started slowly, as just about all other countries have, but it's going to scale up very rapidly.
OK, well, we hope it's rapid indeed and ramping up from here. John Skerritt, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks very much.